I'm going to go through an overview of the books I'm going to read for 2025 based on the goals I've set for each month, and they're relevant to me each month. For example, I'm going to the hostel in February, so I'm going to read books based on human behavior, communication, and all of that. And to start off the new year, I want to get new habits. I'm setting each of my goals based on the purpose and how it relates to me, and what is the center focus of each month, what is the goal of each month. So each book is not just a random self-help book each month. It's based on what I'm starting each new month and how it relates to my own plans. I'm going to reading for about, I think, 45 minutes each day. Actually, I'm going to be doing two books a month, so let's see how it looks like. Starting the year off strong, January is going to be about discipline and building habits. February is all about wisdom principles and learning human behavior. In March, we're breaking through limiting beliefs. In April, I'm diving into positive thinking and finances. Last but not least, May is all about growing a business and investment. First and foremost, I don't think I can start a new year without Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits is basically a book that I think everybody has read. The core focus of this book is just based, like, if you set a goal, what helps you to achieve that goal? It's the systems, the daily routines, the patterns, the habits, everything leading up to that goal. What are you doing each day to be able to, achieve that goal? It's tiny details of each and every day of your life that matter and how you're going to achieve the goal. Let's say I want to make six figures by the end of 2025. My daily habits each day. What are my routines? Like my first quarter, am I going to be focusing on jobs that will pay me that much? Am I going to be focusing on developing a skill set that will, make me to be able to earn six figures each month? Like, is that a an achievable goal? Like, how hard do I need to work? What do I need to do? What am I doing by this time of the day? What am I doing by night time? Everything. This book is just perfect for starting out 2025. If you are struggling in procrastination, if you have bad habits, if you just if you want to learn how to develop systems, I feel like this is for people who are ambitious but quite lazy. This is a good read, and I'm kind of like that. So this is perfect for me. It's going to help me to be able to develop the systems and habits I need for 2025 and setting my goals. The best book, in my opinion, is this book if you're starting at 2025, because you are going to develop the habits that are going to sustain you throughout the year. So this is perfect. Next up, we have Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. This book is literally good. I mean, the author itself is good because he's crazy, in my opinion, to some extent. Going from a what was he himself, a cockroach exterminator, to a Guinness World Record holder, doing how many push-ups, being a motivational speaker and author, losing how many pounds? I think it was 100 and something pounds. Joining Navy SEAL out of nowhere. Like, this guy is crazy. And to some extent, you need to be crazy in order to achieve your goals. So this book is just basically for discipline. If you're struggling with discipline, if you're struggling with motivation, it doesn't even talk about motivation, it's just discipline. If you need discipline for 2025, then this is perfect. This is going to help me to be able to develop the discipline I need for 2025 in achieving my goals, setting out tasks. And I feel like he has hacked his mind to some extent because he always pushes past beyond his limits. So this is perfect. If you are struggling with discipline, if you want to learn how to master your mind, self mastery, this is the perfect book for you. And that is for January. January, I just want a clean slate, starting new habits, getting disciplined in achieving my goals. It's perfect for January. First, January, everybody's like New Year, New Me. So this is basically going to help me to achieve the new me. For February, I'm going to be reading Surrounded by Idiots by Thomas Erickson. I'm going to the hostel by February. So starting uni and all of that, you're going to be with strangers and trying to manage people, understanding human behavior, how people think. This is Perfect. Based I chose this book based because I'm going to the hostel around February, ending of January kind of time. So this is going to be a very good read. You see how I chose this book based on what I'm going to be going through that month. I didn't just pick haphazardly. So that should be something that I should work towards. So, just don't just pick a random self-help book because it's trendy or just because everybody likes it. What are you trying to achieve? So when you think of about what you're trying to achieve, you have to buy the book that is related to that. For example, if you are struggling with, I think, self sabotage, then you should buy The Mountain Is You. Just any book. I think you should also go through detailed summaries, go through reviews, so that you know if this book is really resonating with you, so that you won't waste money buying a book that when you read it after the first few pages, you just be irritated. So that's one. For this book, I heard it's a really great book, actually. I think it gives you wisdom principles, happiness, wealth. It's just all rounded. It's not focused on one center. So, and my mom has read it. She said it's a very nice book. So that's why I chose it. That's all for February. For March, which is the last month of the first quarter, I'm going to read Do Epic Shit. It's going to give me kind of this motivation kind of thing to be able to achieve great goals because I somewhat struggle with fear of success. That sounds very odd. Most people struggle with fear of failure, and some reason most people struggle with fear of failure. I don't know what's carrying me to go and struggle with fear of success.
Stop it. Get some help.
So this will be able to help my mind to be able to, expand my mind to be able to achieve big goals. And apart from that, around that time, I want to learn and implement being a graphic designer, freelance graphic designer. So this is going to help me to be able to break out of my comfort zone. Then on F Yourself by Gary John Bishop. It's a very good book, actually. Just how to get out of your mind. According to him, get out of your head and into your life. I saw a summary of this. The summary didn't quite make sense, the ones I saw on YouTube. But it's a nice book. I've seen some reviews and to help you to be able to get out of the way you're thinking and out of your mind. So then for the second quarter, we have Attitude is Everything and the Psychology of Money. Being in the hostel and having an allowance, you have to learn how to manage money, especially with, random things coming up. This is a book on finance, so I just decided that, this would be a great book. And I'm going to read Attitude is Everything first, so I want to learn how to have a good attitude, I guess. I didn't quite see a review or summary on this. I guess it's not that popular, but still a great read. Then last these are my last two books that I got. We're going to be going through Richest Man in Babylon. I've actually read this book. I read this book when I was around 13 or 12 in that King James version. All of this died down. It was very, very complicated. But I think I learned something on what was it again? I learned about investing 10% of your money and some parts of investments. I didn't complete it at the time because I felt like the book was boring. Giving a 13-year-old book. My mom has read the book before, so I just randomly picked it up. A 13-year-old reading that would die. That it's not going to work out at all. But now that I think this is, obviously they are going to this is a new version. So I hope I've not even checked through it. I hope that all of that thou die is not here. Even if it is, I guess I'll be able to have the mental capacity to understand this now, opposed to before. And lastly, Diary of a CEO. The reason why I got these two books because I'm officially starting freelancing, main to the core around that time, around May, June. So this Diary of CEO and Richest Man in Babylon, these are perfect rates for me, based on business and finances. Let me go even go through this Diary of CEO. The 33 Laws of Business and Life. This book is not about business strategy. This strategy changes like seasons. Okay, the other says that strategy changes like seasons. This book is about something much more permanent. These are fundamental laws that will ensure excellence. Will you get started? It seems nice. And that brings us to the end of this haul on the books I bought. Subscribe to my channel so that you'll be able to see if I actually complete this by the first half. I didn't get for June actually. In case I'm not able to complete these books, with school work and being a content creator, we don't have that much time. But by at least by June, I should have completed all these books. Most definitely, I'm not going to slack. So yeah, make sure you subscribe so that I can see if I actually completed this. Hopefully, for the second half of the year, I'm going to get new books. So better subscribe. Bye. If you have any questions on how to buy books based on your goals and what you want to achieve based on each month, comment that, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe too. Bye.